This is a song for the good girl. Who's been do it all for a good girl one time. This is a song for the good girl. Don't sleep when you know you got a good girl one time. This is a song for the good. First and foremost, Happy New Year. This was low-key. A, this was low-key not supposed to be like the first video of the new year. B, y'all was supposed to get this vlog like last month because I went on this trip last month. But I've been working like 6-day weeks for like the past month, and I've just been too tired / too busy to get around to editing this vlog. Just work. I got like 2 friends' birthday coming up. I've been looking into moving, which don't even know if that's gonna happen anymore. So it's just a lot going on at one time, and I just did not have time to get around to editing this vlog until now. But it's here now. You guys get to see it. Oh, also happy belated Christmas, because I haven't seen y'all. I didn't post a video around Christmas time either. I gifted myself a PC. I'm working on getting like a little setup going, because there's like a couple games that I wanted to play that, you know, my little Mac just cannot handle. So I went and got me a PC. Honestly, let me know if y'all are interested in me starting a gaming channel. Just let me know in the comments what y'all think. Just let me know. Anyways, on this trip I did fuck my camera up. Yeah, my little Canon camera, the screen don't work no more. I ended up spilling like half a cup of fucking orange soda on that bitch, and I didn't even realize that it was not like my camera stopped working until literally the last day of my trip. I went to go turn that hoe on and the screen didn't turn on, and I was like, fuck no, because I'm not in the market for a new camera. You know how much those Canon cameras cost? Over $500. So I was looking into it today about looking to get somebody to repair the fucking camera for me without having to send it off, which I think we're gonna be able to, or I'm gonna be able to go through I think I'm gonna be able to go through Best Buy, because my sister has a Geek Squad membership, which I didn't know Geek Squad didn't fix your shit without a membership, or as long as like you buy like Geek Squad protection or whatever you buy. That's the only time Geek Squad fixes your shit. I thought Geek Squad just fixed shit. Like, that would be smart. That'd be a better way to get business into Geek Squad, but that's just me. So anyways, you guys are gonna kind of notice the shift between, you know, me filming on my Canon camera to me filming on my iPhone. But I didn't really have to film on my iPhone till towards the end of the vlog, so most of the beginning is still my Canon camera. And also I'm going to pop in every now and then in the vlogs, because there were some clips I had to delete. There were some clips there was just some stuff that I didn't get footage of, so I have to explain what the hell is going on or like you guys will not know what's going on in the vlog. So yeah, that's all for now, and I'll see y'all somewhere in between the vlog. Hey y'all, so I'm trying to be a little quiet because I'm not sure if anybody else is asleep in the house, but we're about to go on a trip. So I know it's been a while since I posted, and trust and believe, this really wasn't supposed to be like the first video that I wanted to post after not posting for a while, but like I had a lot going on. Life's been lifing really bad. And the first kind of thing that I'm doing outside of just going home, working, and sleeping is I am about to fly out to Texas and watch my older sister graduate from college. I'm super excited. I haven't seen my middle sister in like, I want to say a little bit over a year. So I'm super excited to go. It is currently 2:12 in the morning. I have not been to sleep. Literally, I got up at like 5:30 yesterday morning so I can get ready for work, went to work, haven't been to sleep since. So I'm literally about to be up, probably about to be up for like almost 24 hours. I did come home a little bit later than I wanted to, and that was because I was doing apartment stuff, which is a video for another time. Looks like I don't got eyebrows because how I have my damn beanie. But it's super cold here, but it's about to be like really warm in Texas. I just got done doing my nails not too long ago. I hate them. I hate them so much. I don't like them, but I don't have time to like take them off or do something or change them. I did really everything pretty much last minute. Like, I wanted to do when I went like take trips was to do a lookbook of what everything I'm gonna wear on my trip, but like everything was so unplanned. It's not even funny. Like, my clothes
Oh, today's Friday, by the way. It's Friday. It's 2:13 in the morning on Friday. My clothes for the trip didn't literally come in until Wednesday afternoon, and then after I got home off of work, I literally washed all my clothes and picked them out, and I just packed them up in my bag because I'm taking like a carry-on and that's it. We need to get going because it's about an hour from the airport, and I do like getting there about 2 hours or so before my flight, and it's not looking like that because I'm supposed to board at like 4:30, and I still have to like leave my car in the car park, which I've never done that before, so I had to figure out how to do that. But I'm gonna give you guys a quick fit check and then we're gonna go get on the road. This is the airport fit. Fit will focus. Got my beanie from Five and Below. This was from Five and Below. And then I have this jumpsuit from TikTok Shop. Then I have my Crocs on that were from the Crocs shop, and that's about it. So yeah, let's go. Hey guys, so it is currently 7:44. I have not it's been over 12 hours since I talked to you guys. As you can see, I'm not in like my normal room. I made it to Texas. I'm actually in my sister's room. Everything was really just so chaotic and a lot going on, and like I said, this trip wasn't really ironed out super well, so I was just all over the place. Like, I couldn't really film like I wanted to. I got to the airport super late. I got there I think 5 minutes before 4 in the morning. My first flight boarded at 4:30, and I still had to get through TSA. I still had to print my tickets out, so I was like running super late. Then when I got to TSA, I got pulled over because they found something in my bag. Turns out it was my pepper spray. It's been about 3 years since I've had to fly anywhere, and the last time I flown, I was able to fly with pepper spray. I guess that's a no-go now. Or maybe it always has, and I just was able to slide that time for whatever reason. But yeah, I got pulled over, or I got pulled aside for my pepper spray. I was really thinking I was going to get pulled over for my camera batteries, so I'm actually glad that that's what I got pulled over for, because I'd rather replace a $20 pepper spray than an $80 to $100 camera battery. So I was like, he was like, yo, you're not gonna be able to take this. I was like, cool, whatever, take it. Like, I have a flight I gotta board. I really don't care. So I got there as they were boarding. I think group 4, I was in group 9, so I was able to board. I was getting a lot of weird looks, I felt like, because I was wearing a mask, and wearing mask in public is not super common anymore, even though COVID is still very much around. And it is flu season. A lot of people were sick, a lot of people were coughing, and as you guys know, I live with my sister's family. My nephew is immune compromised, so not only do I not want to get sick, I don't want the possibility of bringing something back to him when his immune system cannot handle it. So I wore a mask in the airport. The 2 people I ended up sitting with, both were coughing. There was like kids coughing behind me. Like, literally everybody seemed like they were sick. So thankfully I did wear a mask. So on my first flight, there was like a little bit of drama because this man was sitting in some other lady's seat, and then the other lady was in my seat because she was trying to get to her seat. So they were kind of going back and forth, but they managed to like settle them down, and we were all able to get into our seats, calmly and collectively. I was supposed to have like an hour layover in Dallas before I got to Austin, and because of how late-ish we got to Dallas, I think we got to Dallas a little bit before like 7:25. My connecting flight was supposed to be boarding at 7:40. We literally were not, like, we were like, basically we were there, people were standing up, but we were all just sitting there, like nobody was moving. So I didn't get off my plane. I didn't get off the plane until like 7:44. So my plane was already being, my connecting flight was already like starting the boarding process. So I'm like speed walking to my next gate, which they had the completely wrong gate on my boarding pass. Luckily, I signed up for text messages from American to give me updates, and it told me the right gate, but for some reason I looked at it wrong and I thought it said 17, like C17. So I went all the way to C17 only for my actual gate to be at C14. So I had to like double back, and I couldn't really run. A, I have asthma. If y'all don't know, I have really bad severe asthma. Like, doctor told me I'm never growing out of it. And so, and then I also couldn't get my carry-on back hiked up on my shoulder enough to run. So I was like basically speed walking, dragging this heavy ass bag literally across the Dallas fucking airport. I did of course make it in time. I was like one of the last few people who did get on the flight. A lot of the overhead bins were already closed, and I literally could not find anywhere to put my carry-on. And it was like me and one other girl who could not find space to put our carry-on. And I thought like the flight attendant had told her to like to hold her bag. So I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna go to my spot and I guess hold my bag too. So this poor lady whose seat was like on the outside, I was like trampling over her, and I felt so bad with my little big ass bag. Eventually they managed to put my bag somewhere in first class, and then we were on our way. And I was like, I did get a video of us taking off on the connecting flight, but I didn't get any footage of us taking off or landing on my first flight because I was exhausted. Like, I had not went to sleep. Like I said earlier, I'd not gone to sleep. So pretty much once I was like settled in onto my first flight, I was dozing off. Like, I'm talking my head hitting, like I was going. But even then, I really still didn't sleep too well. Like, if anything, I feel like I was asleep maybe a good 20-30 minutes, if that. So I didn't get any footage of me being on that first flight. I did get us taking off on my first flight. I didn't get us landing on my second flight just because the flight was really quick. And by the time I realized we were landing, it was like way too late to try to pull out my phone and get it. Ended up going downstairs. I've never been to the Austin airport, so I was confused. I didn't know where I was going, so I had to text my sister, and I was like, hey, look, where am I supposed to go? Because I've never been to this airport. So I ended up having to wait on her. She came and got me. I'm thinking we're about to go get me something to eat, and then she's gonna take me back to her place so I can go to sleep. Because like I said, I hadn't gone to sleep in over, like, taking a real good night's sleep in over 24 hours. She ends up taking me to her slime job to help her like fix and pack orders. So we were literally there from like 11-10 in the morning till a little bit before 3. Mind you, haven't slept, haven't ate. So I did get a couple videos, or I think I got like 2 videos on my Snapchat. If you already have me on my Snapchat, which you should, I'll put it down below. You would have already seen this. I done dropped some extra ones. But of course I didn't bring my camera in to film at a business that is not my own, nor was my sister's. So of course I was not comfortable bringing my camera in there to like film us working. But basically we were there for like, yeah, we were there for like a good 4 hours or so. At least that's what it felt like. My dad ended up landing at like 12 or so, 11 or 12, and was asking us where we were at. They ended up going to go look at the shops while we were working. We ended up linking up with them, and then we went out to eat out at Outback. We ate dinner. We went back to their hotel, talked for a little bit, and then my sister brought me to her her apartment. She actually left, I want to say almost an hour ago to go take her last 2 exams for the semester. College is really weird. So if y'all didn't know, I've done like 2 years of college, and then I just stopped because, to be honest with you, I never wanted to go to college in the first place. I knew in high school I really didn't want to go to college, but because my parents were military and it was paid for, I was kind of pushed to go. So I did about like 2 years of college, but I didn't really ever finish. So my sister is gonna be like the first person in the family to like finish like a college course. So this is like the first I'm hearing that you were like, you literally take exams all the way up to your graduation. Like, she literally is supposed to walk the stage tomorrow, and she's taking her last 2 finals today. And then she also told me that there's some people who are like, who can walk the stage, go to graduation and all that shit, and still have to take finals after the graduation. I said, why is that a thing? That doesn't make sense. Does that make sense to y'all? Because it don't make sense to me. Yeah, that's pretty much everything that happened today. Like I said, it was super busy all day, and that's why I really didn't get any footage. But tomorrow's her graduation. The plans are, at the moment, is we're gonna get ready for her graduation. I'm supposed to drop her off where she's supposed to go, like, graduate at, because she has to be there early. And then I'm going to I'm gonna drive her car to my dad's hotel, and then ride with my dad and my stepmom to the graduation. And that's what we're supposed to be doing. But yeah, I am going to lay the fuck down somewhere because I'm tired. And I will see you guys in the morning.
The next day.
Take a look inside your heart. Is there any room for me? I won't have to hold my.
Hey y'all. So it's Saturday. It's the day of my sister's graduation. I'm whispering because I think her roommate's home, so I don't want to be like rude or anything while she's trying to sleep. I just got done getting ready. I can't tell you what time it is because I don't know where the fuck my phone is. I got up at like 6 in the morning because I wanted to make sure that I was done, ready to go, so my sister wasn't having to wait on me, and if she needed help with anything, that I would be already done getting ready, getting myself ready so I could help her get ready. She's currently in the bathroom right now. I woke up at 6. I had a feeling she would wake up at 7, which she did. But yeah, let me give you a fit check real quick. Alright, so I got the curly glueless wig from TikTok Shop. I got my eye necklace, my baby girl necklace. I think these are both from Shein. I have my top, which is also from Shein. Just a nice pair of ripped jeans. I can't remember where I got these from. I've had them for years now. And then I plan on putting on those black booty shoes, which I also don't know where the fuck I got those from. So basically how it's gonna go is she's gonna drive herself to the place, or either I'm gonna drive. It's one of those. And then I'm gonna drive myself to my dad's hotel, and then I'm gonna ride with my dad and my stepmom to her graduation, and then we're gonna go from there. So this is editing Ayana. We actually did not do any of what the fuck I just said. We actually rode together in my sister's car and went to my dad's hotel, and then me, my sister, my dad, and my stepmom all drove together in their rental car to the graduation. I'm super excited for her. She's worked really hard for this, and I'm just so glad that she's finally getting able to reap the benefits of all her hard work. Oh, I forgot. I changed out my belly button ring. It's dangly and it's cute. This one was from the hair supply store. I get all my belly button rings from the hair supply store because they're cuter. I've seen a couple of ones from like the TikTok shop that I really kind of want to get. I haven't gotten around to getting some. I'm going to look for my fucking phone, and I'll see you guys later.
Yeah, you can take the back way.
What's the quickest way?
Probably the highway, the turn left.
All right, Kaya, how do you feel like now that you're about to graduate after 6 or 7 years of school?
It's 6, thank you.
Well, I said 6 or 7.
It's 6.
She doing an interview?
I guess she is.
It's her day. Why not?
Okay, I guess.
Not okay.
I didn't hurry up and walk to the stage for somebody to say something.
So you think they gonna snatch you off stage?
Like, she failed her exam. Get her out of here.
Straight and underneath?
Yes, sir.
All right. So you're taking a semester off. Do you feel like it's gonna be weird to be out of school, or you feel relief?
It's a highway, right?
Yes.
Right there.
No, James. There she goes. Look at her. She looking down because she don't want to trip.
Better not.
They don't get no music, no procession music. There she is, Miss America. All right, Diddy. How do you feel about your first child graduating college?
Feel alright. Feel like she accomplished something. Hopefully she'll be able to do something with it to make some money.
All right, what about you, Christy?
Well, I would just like to say, Kaya, I'm very proud of you. This is a very great milestone in your life. I wish you much success in the future, and this is a proud moment for me as well.
All right, Miss Yana, how do you feel about your sister Micaiah graduating today?
I am super proud of her. You know, I've been with her since the very beginning. We done went through 4 major changes. I done talked her out of quitting college 3 times.
Oh, good.
Done helped her with homework assignments. So I'm honestly really proud of her, and I hope she gets everything she worked hard for. And I'm really happy for her. She's my retirement plan, so she had no choice but to graduate. So everything after this point was filmed on my iPhone. So if you notice a slight or major difference in the quality of the video, that is why. So I'm here to fill in the gaps of what happened on Saturday and Sunday. So I did film myself talking about what happened after my sister's graduation, but I was watching Pink Panther on her TV, and for the life of me could not find my remote to turn it down. So I thought if I spoke loud enough, the fact that Pink Panther wasn't playing in the background was going to be, you know, an issue. But while I was editing, I heard like the Pink Panther theme song just loud as fuck throughout that whole video, and I don't want to risk being copyrighted, so I'm just going to sit and retell you guys what happened from Saturday to Sunday. All right, bet. So after my sister's graduation, we ended up going to the German district, which I don't remember like the exact name, but we basically went to the German district. And essentially, I guess like the German district is like Chinatown, wherever Chinatown is. I think, is it Philly? That a lot of different states have a Chinatown. So we essentially went to that, but like Germany. Because she wanted to eat at some restaurant. Honestly, the restaurant's menu wasn't my cup of tea, but you know, it wasn't about me. It was about my sister. It was her day, so she got to choose where the fuck we wanted to go eat. She ended up convincing me to get fries. So I'm thinking they're going to bring out regular ass cut french fries. No, they essentially brought out chips, like thick ass chips, which I have a picture of them because I was literally like, these are the fries? Like, absolutely not. Because the only thing I was going to get was a burger. That was like the only thing that interests me on their menu. But by that point, I still hadn't gotten Whataburger yet. So I was like, if I'm going to get a burger, I'm going to get a burger from Whataburger. So I'm not eating here. So we ate, and then we went and picked up my Whataburger. So if you're from Texas, or if you've ever been to a Whataburger, you know their large cups are huge as fuck. So the rental car that my dad had, I guess it just was not meant for like a large Whataburger cup, because as soon as he hit the brakes, my cup flipped the fuck over, and that's when I fucked my camera up. Like, I had gotten soda on it, but I didn't think nothing of it. I just wiped my camera down and put it away, like thinking my camera was gonna be straight, and it fucking wasn't. So after that, we went to her apartment, which all of her friends came to. Her 2 girlfriends, named Sydney and Jess, they left first. And then Boy Q left next, which he's called Boy Q because apparently she has a girl named Q as well, so he's Boy Q. And so he ended up leaving, and then her last friend J-Lo ended up staying. So then like me, my sister J-Lo, and my dad played like 2 rounds of Mario Kart on our Switch, and then her friend J-Lo went home. So they were already talking about going out that night. If you know me, I need like 3 or 4 business days to prepare myself to go out. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm spontaneous every now and then, but low-key most of my shit needs to be planned out. So they were like, oh, are you coming? Are you coming? And Micaiah, who's my sister, she'd be like, oh yeah, she's coming. So it was pretty much already made up for me that I was going. So I had to start mentally preparing to know that I was going out that night. So we were supposed to take naps, but my sister like messed up her car like 2 or 3 years ago because she hit a deer. And so like the front of her car is fucked up. So that morning of graduation, when we were driving to my dad's hotel, she like hit a really low pothole, and it ended up flipping like the underneath of her car in on itself, if that makes sense. So my dad was like, oh, we need to go like fix that real quick. So we ended up going to Target to get zip ties, and my dad like tied it back in place. And then my stepmom really wanted to go to a Buc-ee's because my stepmom's been to Texas before, but never like, you know, it was never for like fun stuff. Like, it was basically like a quick in and out trip. She was like, yeah, I really want to go to a Buc-ee's. And mind you, for the, how long did I live in Texas? I lived in Texas from like I'm already about to lie. From 6th grade all the way up to maybe like a year and a half. No, I'm lying. Like one semester into college. That's how long I lived in Texas. From 6th grade all the way into college, I lived in Texas and never once stepped foot in a Buc-ee's. So I was like, yeah, sure, let's go to Buc-ee's. So after my dad fixed her car, we drove up to Buc-ee's. I ended up getting a souvenir from my homeboy while we were there. I can't remember if anybody else got other shit, but I ended up getting like a beer bottle opener for my homeboy. And then we went back, and then so after that we basically had to go home and start getting ready to go out. So they ended up taking me to a place called the Square, which is like, I guess it's a big ass square essentially, and it has a whole bunch of like random ass nightclubs. So I think we went into like 2 or 3 nightclubs. The last club we stayed in there the longest, and we were there for like I want to say almost 2 hours. Basically by like the end, close to like 1 in the morning, my sister was gone. So they were like, oh, what club do y'all want to go to next? And I'm looking at my sister, I'm like, my sister's not making it to another club. We need to go home. So we ended up taking a pit stop at this place called Antonio's, I think, which they serve pizza. I tried to buy my sister some food. She ain't want no food, so I got me 2 slices and I tore that shit up. I ate that shit up. So her friends ended up helping me get her home, but like her friend like threw her across the bed. Like, so my sister was like diagonal across the bed to where she was on both sides of the bed. Mind you, we were sharing a bed together. So I was like, oh, okay, I guess I'll be sleeping in the living room tonight. So I went and set up my shit in the living room, and then literally like a little bit after I got done doing that, she had moved herself to one side of the bed. And I was like, oh, well, it's too late because I done set my shit in the living room, so that's where I'm going to sleep. We went to sleep. I remember her roommate had either came in or left. I remember her leaving because we had to leave her car, of course, at Boy Q's apartment because that's where we pre-gamed at. Because we went to Boy Q's house to pregame before we went out to the Square. And so she ended up getting picked up, and then went back, got her car, came back. And so I was like, oh, you know, we still have to go to Spencer's, because I told her, I was like, oh, I need to get jewelry from wherever the fuck you get your nose jewelry from, because my nose has rejected every other fucking jewelry I put in my nose. See this little nose piercing? It's acting up right now. So like not too much, but it's literally has not fucked with just about all the jewelry I put in. So I was like, okay. So she was like, I get my stuff from Spencer's, let's go to Spencer's. So I was like, okay, bet. We went to Spencer's. I got a pack of hoop earrings. So I got like 2 silver, 2 gold, and two in black, but I mostly wanted the silver one. So after I got home, after that, I wanted to go in the smoke shop because my homeboy's birthday is coming up. So I wanted to go ahead and see if I could find him a gift while we were out and about. So I did get him a shot glass and a Rick and Morty shot glass because he likes Rick and Morty. He also likes anime, but I low-key could not find like the specific anime that he likes, because I just didn't want to get him a random anime just because he's an anime. What if he doesn't watch that fucking anime? So I knew he liked Rick and Morty, so I got him a Rick and Morty shot glass. And then we went next door to the smoke shop, because he be smoking, I guess, you know. If you know, you know. Anyways, so I found him a Rick and Morty rolling tray that came with a lid, so I bought him that too. And so I got him the Rick and Morty smoke like rolling tray. And then we went to this cookie place that also sold pretzels. And so she got her a cookie or two, and then we got pretzels to share. And then we went to HEB so we could get snacks, which I don't know why the fuck we got snacks, because that was like literally my last night, was Sunday night. So I was like, why the fuck am we getting snacks? Like, I'm about to be here for another 2 or 3 days. So we got snacks. I went and got Whataburger for like the last fucking time. And then we went back home and we played whatever weird ass Princess Peach Mario game. It was some weird co-op Mario game I've never seen before. So we played that. I think we tried to play Overcook, but like, you cannot play Overcook with 2 people, just so you know. It was disastrous. After that, we put Coraline on, and I pretty much fell asleep maybe like 20-30 minutes before Coraline was even over. So I woke up as soon as it ended. I had decided to stay sleeping in the living room, and she went back to her room. I think that pretty much sums up Saturday and Sunday.
Love yours. No such thing. No such thing as a life that's better than yours. No such thing as a life that's better than yours. Love yours. No such thing as a life that's better than yours. No such thing. No such thing. Heart beating fast, let a nigga know that he alive. Fake niggas mad, snakes in the grass, let a nigga know that he arrived. Don't be sleeping on your level, cause it's beauty in the struggle, nigga. It's beauty in the struggle, nigga. Yeah. It's beauty in the struggle, ugliness in the success. Hear my words and listen to my signal of distress. I grew up in the city and know sometimes we had less. Compared to some of my niggas down the block, man, we were blessed. And life can't be no fairy tale, no once upon a time. But I be goddamn if a nigga don't be trying. So tell me, mama, please, why you be drinking all the time? Cause all the pain he brought you still linger in your mind. Cause pain still lingers on mine. On the road to riches, listen, this is what you find. The good news is, nigga, you came a long way. The bad news is, nigga, you went the wrong way. Being broke is better, life that's better than.
I completely forgot to tell my sister to turn the radio down, so for copyright reasons I had to mute all these clips, but she took me around her campus and showed me where her classes were, and then she took me to get the breakfast burrito, and it was great. It reminded me just of a burrito from La Pop, and if you're from Texas, then you know what I'm talking about. If you know, you know. The last stop before heading towards the airport was Shipley's Donuts, and if you couldn't tell by my reaction, that shit was ass to me. I was very shocked that Guadalupe had the nerve to put this above Krispy Kreme, but you know, everybody's taste buds are different.
So, of course, I really didn't record this, but just so you guys know, I did end up missing my flight back home to North Carolina. And let me tell you how that happened. So, my sister lives, like, I think less than an hour away from Austin, which is where I was flying out of. And so she was like, oh, it's going to be okay if we leave at such and such time because, you know, like, it doesn't take long to get there. So for whatever reason, we hit traffic, and I was like, I was curious. I pulled up the airport that I was supposed to be flying out to while we were sitting in traffic, and I was like, how long is it gonna take? Because like, it's getting a little close to my boarding time. And once I pulled it up, I seen that our ETA was gonna be past the time that my flight was boarding. So I'm in disbelief. I exit out of the GPS and I'm like, no, there's no way I'm about to miss my flight, bro. There's just no way. And so we're sitting in traffic, and my sister's like, I don't understand. She's like, there's never traffic over here. I don't know what's going on. Like, there had to be a wreck. And so as time and time went on, she finally put the address of the airport in her GPS too. And when we both pretty much realized that I was gonna miss my flight home, we low-key sat in silence for like 20 minutes. Not even hold you, we sat in silence for 20 fucking minutes after we both realized that I was gonna miss my flight. And so of course there was a wreck. It was a really bad one too, so kind of understand why we were in traffic. But by the time we made it to the airport, she was basically like, look, I'm gonna go sit up at the Starbucks that's up the road. You let me know if you can get a flight home, and if you can't, you know, we're gonna go from there. So essentially I had to go to, because I was supposed to fly Delta back home, so I had to go up to the Delta side and like, look, there was an accident, the traffic was bad, and I missed my flight. What can I do to get on the next flight back to North Carolina? And he was like, oh, here's a card, you gotta call the help desk, da da da. So he told me about a flight that would get me home by 4:30, and then there was another flight that left at 4:30. And so he was trying to get me on the flight that was supposed to get me home before 4:30. But I guess that was gonna cost money, because when I was talking to the person, or because it was a lady the first time. So when I was talking to the lady, she was like, oh yeah, here's a flight for 4:30, let's put you on this one. So I was like, okay, cool. And so when I went back up to the thing, he was like, they didn't put you on the flight that has you getting back into town at 4:30. I was like, what flight, bro? I was like, bro, she did not tell me about that flight. She only told me about this 4:30, the one that leaves at 4:30. So he had me turn around and call the people back again. And basically, I guess the reason she only offered me the 4:30 one was because if I got put on the one that was literally about to leave, I think they wanted like $300 for me. And I was like, oh no, free $4,000, bro. I'm not paying $300 just to say I can come back into town within 4:30. Got that all said and done. Then I had to go through TSA, right? So my bag got separated out of the thing again. So I'm freaking out, because I'm like, I got my big bottle of EOS and shit in there. So I'm hoping they don't make me throw that shit out, because I was gonna be upset. And so luckily the machine that was scanning people's bags to the right of me went down. So the one that I was pretty much already on was getting overloaded. So once they threw my bag back through, they were just like, fuck it, we got so many bags that we're just gonna let her go. Luckily my bag went over to the side where you could just pick it up and dip, and I dipped. My original flight, I was supposed to leave at 9 in the morning. So unfortunately, because my new flight didn't leave until like 4:30 in the afternoon, I had to spend the whole day in the airport. Luckily, you know, the airport has good service and they have Wi-Fi or whatever. So I just caught up on, well, not caught up because I'm new to the series, but like I think I finished like the rest of season 1 at the time of Attack on Titan, which my homeboy is the one that put me onto anime, and he put me onto Attack on Titan, so that's what I'm watching now. By last month I was still on season 1. Now I'm on season 3, but back then I was on season 1, and I had finished season 1 before we finally fucking boarded. And so yeah, I think I got back into North Carolina at like 8 something at night, and literally still had an hour drive back home, and I was going back to work the next day. So mind you, I had to be back up at like 5. I get up at like 5:50 to get to work on time, because I live an hour from my job at this point. So yeah, it was a lot going on.
All right, y'all. I just landed in North Carolina. I want to say maybe a couple, like 20-30 minutes ago. The bus just dropped me off back to where my car is supposed to be. I was so confused because all I knew was that I was in economy 3, but I didn't realize that there was a whole bunch of like bus stops. So all I remembered was that my bus stop was by the exit gate to get out. So I got off the bus and pulled up where my parked car was, and it was saying like I was 8 minutes away. So I was like, oh no, this could not be right. So I had to sit and wait for another lady to come, and she helped me out. I see my car. I'm looking right at it, but I wanted to record myself because it's nighttime and I'm a young woman alone, of course. The flight back home wasn't horrible. There was kids on board. The man next to me snored. The kid didn't really start crying until maybe like the last, I want to say 30-40 minutes of the flight. And it's like I felt bad for the kid and the mom. But it's like I also felt bad for myself because like, goddamn, I know the mom's stressed out. I know the kid's stressed out. That's probably why he's crying. My ears were popping on the flight, so I figured that's like something was discomforting him. But I was like, damn, I also feel bad for myself because now I got a headache because you've been crying for like 30-40 minutes straight. I made it to my car. Sucks though, because I still gotta drive a whole another hour home, and I gotta go to work tomorrow. Is my windshield frosted over? Okay, thank God it's not, because it's like in the fucking higher 70s in Texas, but here in North Carolina it's in the fucking 50s. All right, I am safely in my car, so I am about to sit and get ready to get home. Maybe I'll do a video when I get home. I'm not sure. I do gotta go to work in the morning, so I think I'm pretty much crashed by the time I get home. So I think this is pretty much gonna be the end of the vlog. So, you know, thanks for coming along with me. Subscribe if you want to see more of my content, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.
Every second, every minute, man, I swear that she can get it. Say if you a bad